Hey everyone, this is Pia with Fingerprint Marketing, and today Kai with Magnus Media Group is joining me. She is a professional photographer with her husband, and we're coming to you because we feel that video is super important to marketing and to your website. We just redesigned Kai's website, and thank you. And she is doing videos for other businesses, and we just wanted to give you some ideas. Hey Lynn, nice to see you. We wanted to give you some ideas and maybe motivate you to put video on your website. Did you know that in 2020, 90% of content that consumers consume will be video? So that's a lot.
I did know that because I went to this talk with this woman named Pia Larson, and she told the audience that that was coming up.
Wow,
and I believe it. Yeah.
Anyway, so video, yes, is very important. And in 2018, you'll see more and more on social media and in websites. And it's not really necessary to do. There's times for a professional, like really crafted video. And then there's time for stuff like this, like Facebook Live or just using your smartphone. So can you give me some ideas of videos that you've done for businesses in particular on their website?
Okay. Probably the thing we do the most are the About Us videos. So especially for a company or a product where getting to know the person involved is the most important. A chiropractor, a dentist, a web developer, we need a person to work with.
Yeah.
An event planner, where it really matters that you know the personality and the type of individual you're working with. If you're ordering shoes, it's not so important, but if you're getting service from an individual, then you really need to know what they're like, and an About Us video can showcase the person in their company, or it can showcase the person in their daily life, and kind of get to know them before you buy their service.
It's a really simple way to build trust immediately, don't you think? Yeah, and it's very interactive. It feels like you really get to know the core of the business, and especially if people are, like you said, going to be working with you personally.
Right.
And one question that my clients ask all the time is, do I have to be the face of my brand? Do I have to be, you know, the show monkey or the person on the video?
We get that question a lot because not everybody is comfortable. If it's going to be someone who, let's say it's a life coach, they probably need to put their face on the video. But if they're offering, say they're a gutter cleaning or roof services contractor, not necessarily. They can focus on happy clients. They can have, then we can do voiceovers and work with B-roll. And B-roll is video without someone speaking on it. And then put all that together to get the feel for the company and the company's message without necessarily the person having to be the star of the show.
Awesome. So you can do, so you don't have to be on video necessarily. You can do, like you said, a voiceover, or maybe share a screen and do a screencast perhaps, or demonstrate products, right?
Yeah.
Great. What about testimonials? Clients that do testimonials that are written seem to not be trusted that much anymore because they feel like they're anybody can write it. Yeah. So what kind of effect does video have when it's done for testimonials?
Well, it definitely increases the trust factor, because if someone's going to put their name and their face and themselves talking and their voice on camera, they probably really mean it. And that can be done on a phone. It can be done professionally as well, and we've done things where we'll go into an event and shoot 3 or 4 people at one time, therefore giving that, it makes it very economical for the person having professional video testimonials taken, and then you can use that in a series. You can add it with B-roll from the event, and just there are a lot of ways to use testimonials, but it's definitely, the first step, of course, is getting a headshot with the testimonial, but then you can get an actual video of the testimonial. It's very hard to say that that wasn't true.
Yeah, exactly. Are there particular types of questions that are good to ask for a video testimonial?
Yes. One of the standard ones is, tell me about your experience with this company. And another follow-up is, would you use this company, or would you hire this person again? And then they say, yes. That's what people are looking for. Were they good, and would you hire them again?
Yeah, so kind of like, what was your problem when you started out with, and then how did they solve your problem? So yeah, creating that
She
bridge.
said it that way, just like that.
Awesome. So one thing for tracking, video really helps you track engagement. So if you put video on your website, you can actually look at the statistics, like how long did someone watch the video? Did they leave after a certain segment? And then you can kind of tweak your marketing based on that. The other thing that I love about video is that you can share it on all the social media platforms. You can upload it the raw files to LinkedIn or YouTube, and also Google My Business now, your local local SEO. That works really well. And what else? Can you break it up into snippets perhaps and do
Absolutely.
like stories?
I was just going to suggest that. So we try to limit people's videos to 2 to 3 minutes. If it's not an educational video, if it's not a lecture video, the average internet attention span is going to be maximum 3 minutes. But you can take that same material and break it into 6 30-second segments. And not only are they more likely to watch all 6 than they would the same 3-minute content in a row, but then you've got 6 different hits on social media instead of just 1.
That's awesome. Do you recommend that everyone have an intro and an outro, like I don't know what you call it technically, but
for most people, yeah, because you definitely, whether it's a formal spoken thing or it's consistent with the logo and the branding on the intake and on the outtake, then definitely.
So some of my clients are speakers and authors and would love to have an idea of what you would recommend for a good speaking reel. So is it possible to make the audience look bigger than it really is? Can you kind of fake it till you make it, or?
That's a good question. And, okay, so I do a lot of editing. My partner does the shooting, and he has 30 years of experience, and he would be able to answer that question. He will give you the honest answer. Yes, we can make this one look bigger, or no, we can't because we don't do computer graphics.
Yeah. What I love in watching a speaker video is not only them on the stage and the audience interacting, but after the talk is done and asking them how the experience was. You know how there's videos of people after they come out of the movie?
Sure.
So how'd you like it? So something like that. What are some other ideas that we can give our audience on using video? I know that one thing you're doing is you are doing family videos, which is a little different because it's not necessarily business, but if you think of it in the sense of recording your history, we have a elevator consulting company that's been around for 150 years. Yeah. And so they have a lot of history. So they decided to interview key people on their staff in different locations. And then what we did was really cool. We put together this graphic timeline and showed milestones on the timeline, and then some of them were clickable videos. Isn't that cool? Yeah, yeah. So just getting creative with your videos. It could be behind the scenes, it could be video blogging, testimonials, screen sharing, how-tos, because YouTube, a lot of people are looking for how do you do this. So I did one on how do you set up your Google My Business local page. Trying to think what else. You can also do the product demonstrations, and one thing we're doing for a photographer of ours is she wants to present what it would be like in her studio. So before they hand over thousands of dollars, they're going to talk to her, but they also might not be able to visit her studio, right? So she wants to like open the door, welcome them in to the studio and say, okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do hair and makeup, and then we're going to like, it's a beautiful studio, so she wants to highlight it. So I kind of like those as well. Do you have anything else to add or any suggestions for video?
One thing I would say is if you're thinking about video, it is good to get the questions going early to see if it's a fit for you and how much production time you might need. Because it's always better if you can plan ahead of time. Really, we're really big on pre-production. The more time you spend planning it, the less time you spend in post-production, which is a better value for the client and gets you a more polished product that you're happier with. So don't be afraid. We do free consultations, and you can, and most video companies will, and you can find out what you're going to need in terms of time, resources, people on set, things like that. And if you have a specific event coming up that you want to have the video done at, whether it's a talk or a party, something like that, then just check it out ahead of time so you know what you need to do.
Yeah, it's perfect for events too, because we're actually here at ILEA event at the Palace Ballroom in Seattle. And we're surrounded by event coordinators and planners, and they use video all the time to show kind of what goes on behind the scenes and all the hard work that they do. And it's really, really great. The other thing that I've seen used for video is restaurants, because when you're looking at spending, again, your hard-earned money, you know, pictures are okay, but how fabulous is it that you can actually get a video of the interior, of the staff, of the food. It's just more interactive. So I like it for restaurants as well. Hey guys, thanks for joining us. So this has been Pia and Kai talking about video and the importance of it on your website and in your marketing. If you have any questions or suggestions, go ahead and leave them in the comments. And if you like this video, give us a thumbs up and some hearts. And until next time, talk to you later. Bye.